Tonight's story begins in a house that no longer feels like a home. It begins with a young man named Ethan. The moment he realized that something inside his bedroom was watching him, not once, not twice, but every single night. What started as a small feeling of being watched slowly turned into something darker, something patient, something that waited. And by the time Ethan understood what was happening, it was already too late. This is Ethan's story. Ethan moved into the house in late October. It was a quiet neighborhood, the kind where nothing unusual ever seemed to happen. Small yards, long driveways, trees that blocked most of the streetlights at night. The house itself wasn't old, at least not compared to the other homes around it. Built sometime in the early 1990s. 2 floors, finished basement, 3 bedrooms upstairs. Perfectly normal. Ethan's bedroom was at the end of the upstairs hallway, across from the bathroom, next to a narrow closet that always seemed a little colder than the rest of the house. At first, well, everything seemed fine, till the third night. That's when Ethan woke up at exactly 3:12 a.m. for no reason at all. No sound, no nightmare. Just suddenly awake and staring straight at his bedroom door, because something felt wrong. Now, if you've ever had the feeling that something's watching you, you know it doesn't feel like imagination. It's instinct. Your brain notices something before you consciously understand it. And that was exactly what Ethan felt. Someone was in his room, he was sure of it. The room was dark. The only light came from a faint glow of moonlight pushing through the blinds. And that's when he noticed something. Something standing in the corner near the closet. It was a shape. It was tall. It was still. Darker than the darkness around it. First, Ethan thought it was a shadow, till it moved. Before we go further into Ethan's story, there's something important that you should understand. Because what Ethan described is not unique. People all over the world have reported seeing something almost identical. Same shape, same stillness, same silent presence watching from the corner of a room. Most of them describe the same thing, a shadow figure. What Ethan experienced next goes far beyond that. Now, as Ethan sat there, he was completely still. He was too afraid to even breathe loudly, because the shape in the corner had shifted, not by much, just enough to confirm something horrifying. It wasn't a shadow, it was something standing there. It was watching him. No face, no visible eyes, just a tall human-like outline darker than the room itself. Then it leaned slightly forward, as if trying to get a better look at Ethan. At this point, Ethan did something most people wouldn't do. He convinced himself that it wasn't real. Maybe it was just sleep paralysis, a trick of the eyes, just a shadow, maybe something he'd eaten earlier. So he closed his eyes and he waited. 30 seconds passed, then a minute, then 2. Finally, he opened his eyes again, expecting the room to be empty. The corner it wasn't empty, because the shadow was now closer. Now, for the next several nights, the pattern stayed consistent. Same thing happened every night at 3:12 a.m. Every time, Ethan would wake up suddenly. The shape, it was already there, standing silently, watching. But each night it moved closer. First the corner, then beside the closet, then near the foot of the bed. Always standing, always silent, never blinking, never leaving. Then one night Ethan woke up and the room was empty. No shape, no shadow, nothing. For the first time in days, he felt relief, till he heard something from the hallway. A slow, deliberate footstep. Then another. Then another. Ethan slowly turned his head towards the bedroom door. The hallway light was off. Something darker than the darkness stood in the doorway. Same shape. Only now, it wasn't watching from across the room. It was watching from only a few feet away. And then it stepped inside. Now, Ethan never slept in that room again. Within 2 weeks, he had moved out of the house entirely. What he told me before sharing this story was something I can't easily explain, because even now, a couple years later, Ethan still wakes up at exactly 3:12 a.m. And sometimes, just for a moment, he feels like someone is standing beside the bed, watching, waiting. This is Ethan's story. What's yours? Thank you for watching. Good night.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.